Baskerville Hall. Sir Henry Baskerville and Dr. Mortimer were ready on the day we planned. We left for Devonshire as arranged. Sherlock Holmes came with me to the station. He gave me some last advice. "I will not tell you what to think, Watson," he said. "Just tell me all the facts. I will think about the case myself." "What kind of facts?" I asked. "Anything that may be important, even if it is small. Especially about Sir Henry's neighbors or Sir Charles's death. I have asked some questions, but found nothing useful. One thing is clear. James Desmond, the next heir, is an old and kind man. I don't think he is causing problems. The real suspects are those around Sir Henry on the moor." "Should we check Barrymore and his wife first?" "No, that would be a mistake. If they are innocent, it would be unfair. If guilty, we would lose our chance to catch them. We keep them as suspects. There is also a groom, some farmers, Dr. Section, Mortimer and his wife, a naturalist named Stapleton and his sister, and Mr. Frankland from nearby. I brought them. Good. Keep your revolver with you all the time. Be careful." Our friends had already got a good train carriage and waited on the platform. "Mortimer, I promise we have not been followed in the last 2 days." "We always watched carefully," said Baskerville. "We had no trouble." "That was not wise," said Holmes, looking serious. "Sir Henry, don't go out alone. Something bad could happen." "Goodbye," said Holmes as the train started. "Remember the old legend Dr. Mortimer told us? Usual, watching us leave." The journey was quick and nice. I got to know Baskerville and Dr. Mortimer better and played with the doctor's dog. The land changed from brown to green. The hills and fields looked rich and alive. Baskerville looked excited and happy. "I have traveled a lot, Dr. Watson," he said, "but I have never seen a place like this. I never met a Devonshire man who did not love his county." "That depends on the people as much as the place," said Dr. Mortimer. "Look at Baskerville's head. He has the strong Celtic mind. Sir Charles had a rare type of head, part Gaelic and part Ivernian. You were very young last time you saw Baskerville Hall, weren't you?" "Yes. I was a boy when my father died. I had never seen the hall because my father lived far away. Then I went to America. This place is new to me, like it is to Dr. Toxher, Watson. I am very eager to see the moor." "Here is your first view of the moor," said Dr. Mortimer, pointing out the window. Over green fields and small woods, a grey hill rose far away. Its sharp top looked strange and sad, like a dream. Baskerville looked long at the hill. I saw how much it meant to him. He was wearing a tweed suit and spoke with an American accent, sitting in a simple train carriage. But his strong face showed he was truly a Baskerville, with pride, courage, and strength. If danger waited on the moor, he was a good companion. The train stopped at a small station. We got out. Outside, 2 soldiers with rifles watched us closely. A coachman greeted Sir Henry, and soon we drove fast down a white road. Green pastures rolled on both sides. But behind the peaceful country, the dark moor rose, with sharp, scary hills against the evening sky. The wagonette turned into a small road. We went up through narrow paths with high banks covered in moss and ferns. The sun was setting, making the plants shine. We crossed a small granite bridge and passed a loud stream running over big grey stones. The road and stream went through a valley with oak and fir trees. Baskerville was excited, looking around and asking many questions. Everything looked beautiful to him, but I felt a little sadness. The yellow leaves were on the ground and falling as we drove. It seemed like nature was giving a sad welcome to the new Baskerville. Mortimer suddenly said, "Look!" Ahead was a hill with a soldier on horseback. He was watching the road carefully. Our driver, Perkins, said, "There is an escaped prisoner nearby. He has been free for 3 days." The guards watch every road, but they have not caught him. The farmers here are worried. Who is he? Asked Mortimer. His name is Selden. He is a dangerous murderer from Notting Hill. I remembered the case. Holmes had been interested because Selden was very violent and cruel. His death sentence was changed because people thought he might be insane. We reached the moor, a large empty land with twisted rocks and hills. A cold wind blew, making us shiver. Somewhere there, Selden was hiding like a wild animal, angry at the world. The dark moor, the cold wind, and the empty sky made a scary scene. Even Baskerville was quiet and pulled his coat tighter. We left the green fields behind and looked back. The sun made the streams look like gold and the earth red. Ahead, the road got rougher and wilder with big stones and hills. We saw small stone cottages with no plants on them. Suddenly, we looked down at two tall towers among twisted trees. The driver said, "That is Baskerville Hall." Soon, we reached the gate, made of iron with old stone pillars. The pillars had moss and lichen. On top were the boars' heads, a symbol of the Baskerville family. The old lodge was broken, but there was a new building nearby, started with money from Sir Charles's gold in South Africa. We went through the gate onto a long road lined with old trees. The trees made a dark tunnel above us. Baskerville shivered when he looked at the long, dark road leading to the house. "Was it here?" he asked quietly. "No, the yew alley is on the other side." Sir Henry looked sad. "No wonder my uncle felt afraid here," he said. "But he said, this place could scare anyone. I will have electric lights here soon." "You won't recognize this place then." The house was in front of us. In the fading light, I saw the house was big and heavy. A porch stuck out from the middle. The walls were covered in ivy, except where windows or family signs showed through. Two old towers stood tall, with small holes for shooting. The wings on both sides were newer and made of black stone. Some light shone from the windows, and smoke rose from the chimneys. A tall man came out from the porch to open the wagonette door. A woman stood inside with light behind her. She helped the man with our bags. "Sir Henry, do you mind if I drive straight home?" "My wife is waiting," said Doctor. "Mortimer, won't you stay for dinner?" "No, I have work to do." "Barrymore will show you the house." Mortimer left. Sir Henry and I went into the hall. The heavy door closed behind us. The room was big and tall with dark wooden beams. A fire burned in a large old fireplace. We put our hands near the fire to warm up. Around us were old stained glass windows, wooden walls, deer heads, and family signs, all dim in the lamplight. "This is just how I imagined it," said Sir Henry. "It looks like a real old family home. My family has lived here for 500 years. It feels serious to think about." He looked excited and young again. Barrymore returned from bringing our bags. He was tall, handsome, with a square black beard and pale face. "Shall I serve dinner now, sir? Is it ready?" "In a few minutes, sir. My wife and I will stay to help you until you decide what to do. But you know, the house needs many workers now." "What new conditions do you mean?" I asked. The butler said, "Sir Charles lived a quiet life, and we took care of everything for him. But you will want more company. So you will need changes in the house. Do you and your wife want to leave?" "Only if it is okay for you, sir. But your family has worked here for many years." "We feel that too, sir. We both liked Sir Charles very much, and his death was a shock. Sir Charles gave us money to help. Now, I will show you your rooms." The house had a square gallery at the top with a double stair. Two long corridors went from the gallery, and the bedrooms opened from them. My room was near Baskerville's. These rooms were newer and brighter. They made me feel better than the old part of the house. The dining room was dark and gloomy. It was a long room with a raised place for the family and a lower part for others. A small gallery for musicians looked over it. Black wooden beams crossed the ceiling, which was dark from smoke. In old times, torches and bright colors made it lively. Now, two men in black sat in a small light, and the room felt quiet and serious. Pictures of ancestors in old clothes looked down at us. We spoke little. I was glad when the meal ended, and we went to the modern billiard room to smoke. "This place is not cheerful," said Sir Henry. "Maybe I will get used to it, but I feel strange now. I understand why my uncle was nervous living here alone. If you like, we can sleep early and maybe feel better in the morning." I opened my curtains. I looked at the grass in front of the hall. Two groups of trees moved in the wind. A half moon shone through moving clouds. I saw rocks and the sad moor in the moonlight. I closed the curtains feeling sad, but that was not the last feeling. I was tired but could not sleep. I moved in bed, trying to rest. Far away, a clock rang the time, but the house was very quiet. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, I heard a sound. It was clear and strong. It was a woman crying softly with deep sorrow. I sat up and listened carefully. The sound was close and in the house. For half an hour I waited, but only heard the clock and leaves moving outside.